Shall we start our session? Okay, so now we will start the our session, sir. Okay, so yesterday also we discussing basics. What is UI technology? Why required UI technology? Using UI, what we can do at the time of developing the applications. Okay, and UI is how to communicating the backend code. UI related code, how to communicating the backend code, and how user interacted with the database by using this UI technology. So like this, these all points, demonstration we will discussing slowly all the points. After that, about our HTML developments, we will start. Understand this one? Okay. So here overview I will give you, sir. Last session we discussing some overview. Okay. So what is UI technology? These points we discussing. So first of all, UI stands for what? User interface. UI stands for user interface. So UI is acting like a junction between a user and a computer program. Okay, UI is acting like a mediator between a user and a computer program. Okay, so this interface is a set of commands. This interface is a set of commands or menus through which a user communicates with a program. Okay, UI stands for user interface. It is acting like a mediator between a user and a computer. Okay, and by using this interface, user can communicate with our computer by sending the set of commands. Okay, what the person want to do with our computer. So that is all by using this user interface. Normal user can interact with successfully computer. Okay, so this is about the UI technology, sir. About this one we will discuss one diagram also. Okay, so just assumption this one, this say this one, right? Okay, now so this is our presentation related diagram, sir. So why required UI technology means this is a user, this assumption, this is a user. Okay, and this part is a front end part. Okay, na? So this is front end technology. Front end technology nothing but presentations. Okay, and this part is nothing but what? This part is nothing but back end technology. Okay, so this is what? Back end technology. And then this is what? This is database, DB related. Okay, so when you are developing one application, so every website, every application or website having two ends, front end part, back end part. Okay, so front end nothing but this one, and the back end nothing but this one. Okay, back end developer also knows about database knowledge also. Back end developer also having knowledge about the database also. Okay, so this front end plus back end we are calling full stack developer. Total one we are calling what? Full stack developer. Okay, nowadays this full stack developers are getting more demanding. Okay, full stack developers are getting the more demanding. Why means you are only developing the presentation side, you are only developing the backend side. Okay, okay, now here, so user interface means what we discussing definition, sir. Okay, so this is my computer, for example I'm taking like all. Okay, so here I'm taking like a, this is my computer, sir. This is my computer, and in this computer, so this is my presentation. I developed a presentation like this by using UI technology. employee number, employee name, employee salary, one send button like this. Okay, so this is what computer. In this computer, right, this is a computer. Okay, so this is what user. Yeah, now user interacted with the computer. User interacted with this computer by using this presentation. This is a presentation. Okay, user interacted with the computer by using this presentation. Okay, so user what wants to do means here the person want to storing some data into database from here to here. That person wanting to store some data in database permanent manner. Okay, so employee number, employee name, salary, like this some data is entered. Finally that person is going to click the send button. Okay, so that person is going to click the send button. Are you understand this one? Okay, when we are clicking send button, user when clicking send button, this entire data is going to server side application. Okay, server side application. Server side application nothing but Django application, Java application, .NET application, Python application, like this kind. Okay, yeah. So when you are sending all this data, server receives this data, server receiving this data. Okay, and this data again server sending to database. Server sending to database. Now database is written one response to back also. Okay, so this entire one is server side behavior. Server receiving the data from the user, and then that data is sending to database, and finally getting the response back. Okay, now server returns this response to our computer. Okay, then user understanding. So as my data is created successfully, stored successfully, like that. Are getting this one? Okay, so this is a presentation, sir. So here if you are a backend developer like Python, Java, .NET or something, so people are communicating here. If you are a presentation side developer, then we are responsible to developing this part. Understand this one? Okay, remember sir, this one. All people getting my voice? Yeah. Okay, no problem. So when we are developing any application, okay, so we are discussing some general terms, sir. What is application? What is a program? Like these definitions we are discussing. Okay, so program stands for, I mean, not stands. Program is nothing but set up instructions. Program is nothing but set up instructions. We are calling programming. Okay. So while you are developing any one programming, lot of software coding lines, lot of lines code you are writing. Each line is a instruction. So each coding is giving some instructions. Okay. So set up instructions we are calling programming, and the set up programs, combination of programs we are calling application or a website. Okay, set of programs we are calling application or a program, website. Okay, simple remember sir. Set of instructions is nothing but programming, and set of programs is nothing but application or website. Simply that is the definition. Okay, so if you are taking any one application or different applications, so all applications are dividing like a two types, are all applications are dividing like a two types. So in our mobile hundreds of applications we are using, in our mobile hundreds of applications we are using. So these all applications are dividing like a two types. These all applications are dividing like a two types. So one type is static applications, another type is web applications. Static applications and web applications. Okay, So static applications means the applications which are working without internet. The applications which are working without internet, then we are calling static applications. For example, in our mobile, so many static applications are there, sir. Excel, Excel page, contact page, calendar page, alarm app. These all applications are static applications. Why means without internet, these are working. Okay. So next, web applications type. The applications which are working with the internet only. So if internet is there, then only working those applications. Then we are calling web applications. Then we are calling web applications. Okay. So examples are YouTube, Facebook, Gmail, Google Pay, like these all things with the internet only working. With the internet only working. Understand, friend? So without internet, these all are unable to access. Getting this one? Okay. Now you can take any static application or web application, any application. So all any application, if you are taking, so that application can containing two parts, two ends we are calling. Okay, two shades. So one is front end part, another one is back end part. Okay, so front end part and back end part. Understand this one? So all applications having the two ends, for example, back end development, front end development. Okay. So back end development means the person, okay, uh, working with like Python, Java, .NET. Okay. So back end developers, front end developers, like this we are calling, sir, sometimes. Whom we are calling a back end developer means the people who are working, the people who are working in backside code, back end side code, not presentation code. Okay, purely developing the back end technology code. Then that person we are calling back end developer. Okay, so back end developer must be knowing about any one back end technology, any one technology, back end technology. So, for example, Python, Java, .NET, these all things we are calling back end technologies. These all things we are calling back-end technologies. So any one language, any one, maybe Python, maybe Java, maybe .NET, at least one back-end technology you need to know when you are developing the real-time applications. Okay. And next, front-end developers. Front-end developers. Okay. So the person who is working on presentation side, the person who is working on presentation side and who is responsible to developing the application designing on front side. Okay. So then the developer we are calling front-end developers. Understand this one? So front-end developer responsibility is that person must be knowing about UI technologies. Front-end developer must be knowing about UI technologies. Okay. So UI technologies, nothing but HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, JavaScript, jQuery, like so many are there, sir. So many are there. Okay. So minimum at least HTML, CSS, JavaScript, minimum basics you need to know when you are going to develop the web application development. Okay. So real time, for example, if you are joining in any MNC company, sir, no need to know about the backend technologies and presentation technologies all together. Okay. All if you are don't know also, no problem. Any one technology if you know enough. Okay. So MNC companies, some people only working like a back-end developer, some people working like a front-end developers. Okay. If you are joining in a small organization, then you are only back-end developer and yourself only presentation developer. That's why minimum HTML, CSS, JavaScript knowledge you need to know, and then any one back-end technology you need to know. Okay. So when you are learning any technology, back-end side technology like Python, Java, these all things, this part you are going to learn. Okay. So right now here we are going to learn UI technologies. UI technologies we are going to learn. So you are learning UI technology means not required this section here. Okay, so only we are going to focus this part. Okay, this presentation part how we are developing, that is and after developing user how communicating to this presentation and user how getting response back. This communication only we are going to discuss here. Understand this one? Okay. So after developing this front end part, when you are learning this server side technology, then that time you are going to get how interacting with this UI technology. Okay. So server side course when you are learning, you will get that knowledge. Understand this one? Yeah. So here all things are given, and when I'm giving mails to you, all the documentation, so all theoretically like this, everything matter wise you are getting sharp. Okay, so PDF text files you are getting when you are reading all things, then more clearly you will understanding the definitions, all the things. Okay, so next full stack developer. Full stack developer. So full stack developer means simply a person who can do both front end part and back end works very well. Okay, presentation and back end logics very well, then that person is called full stack web developer. Okay, so the person who is doing both presentation logics and server side logics. Server side logics means back end technology, then the person we are calling full stack web developer. Okay, so stack means here stack means layer. Stack means layer. So full stack means all layers. Okay. So a person who knows all layers of website is called full stack developer. All layers of website a person knows, then we are calling full stack developer. Okay, na? So for example, you can take sir. Okay. So this is UI related. Okay, and this is NA1 backend technology. Nothing but server, backend server. Okay, and the next this is what database. Database. Okay, so this is a presentation layer. Okay, this is a server side layer, backend layer. This is a database layer. Okay, so if the person knows about these all layers, the person knows about these all layers. Okay, then the person we are calling full stack web developer. Full stack web developer. Okay, so user, for example, user is there, sir. Here one user is there. Okay, so this user interacted with this UI technology. Okay, then UI interacted with the backend server side technology. Then server interacting with the database. Understand? Now database again giving response to server. Server giving response to computer UI technology. Nothing but presentation. Okay, so UI technology we are seeing on the browser screen, sir, website application screen. Okay, so then when you are when user entered some input, then using UI technology we are interacting with the server and we are interacting with the database. Again response we are getting back from database to server, server to UI. Okay, then user understanding this response successfully. User understanding this response successfully. Understand, sir? Okay. So sometimes only some people knows only this part code. Okay. Some people knows only this code. Then that person we are calling full. That person we are calling front end developers. Okay, na? This person we are calling what? Front end developer. Front end developers. Okay. And some people only knows about this code. Okay, then we are calling back end side developer. backend side developer. But some people knows about both, sir. Some people knows about both front end code and back end code. Then that person we are calling the full stack web developer. Are you understanding this one? Okay. Now here we are going to discuss more and more about this section only. How we are developing effectively, how user interacted with the server by using our user designing, front end designing. Okay, so how much easily user understanding and how much easily user communicating to server, these all things by using our UI technology. Now we are going to learn. Understand, sir? Okay. So here front end side, if you want to learn, then HTML knowledge is required, sir, minimum. Okay, and then CSS knowledge is required, and JavaScript. Okay, JavaScript knowledge is required, and Bootstrap knowledge is required. Bootstrap knowledge is required. Getting this one? So like so many things are required, sir. If you are a backend developer, then any one knowledge language, maybe Python, maybe Java, maybe .NET, like that. Any one, sir. Different things, sir. Okay. So not required all things. If you know all things very well, but at least one thing you should be learning. If you want to becoming like a full stack developer. Okay. Now myself, I want to becoming like only presentation side developer means and up to this UI technology courses, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Bootstrap, jQuery, like different things. Are you understanding, son? Guys? Yeah. Okay. Now in this our UI technology course, we are going to discuss about the 6 topics, sir. Okay. So entire in our duration, we are going to discuss about the 6 topics. That is HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, JavaScript, jQuery, and DOM. Understand this one? Okay. HTML stands for hypertext markup language. Okay. So HTML is for displaying the static response. HTML is for displaying the static response. Okay. So static response means by using this HTML, for example, you are displaying the hello world. One program you are developing, that is written output like a hello world. So today you are executing output, you are getting hello world. After 10 days also you are executing same output you are getting. You are executing same output. If myself I am executing also same output I am getting. Means people to people, time to time, this response cannot be changing. So that is we are calling static response. Means fixed to anybody at any time. Understand, sir? So later we will discuss more clearly about the HTML. Okay. Next, CSS stands for Cascade Style Sheet. Okay. By using the CSS, we are providing the stylings of our HTML. Okay. Using HTML, the content of our website we are displaying using HTML. Our application related content we are displaying on the site. So that content by using the CSS, we are providing the styling for that content. The styles we are providing using CSS. Okay, and Bootstrap. By using this Bootstrap, we are providing a responsive designing, responsive features. Okay, so your responsive applications means one application you are developing, and that application you can use in mobile, you can use in laptop, you can use in desktops. Okay, so any application you can use, but your response may be automatically changing. Okay, already last session explain, sir. Here this is my mobile, this is my mobile. Okay, so employee number, employee name. Okay, so e-salary, like that you are getting. Okay, na? So here some boxes you are getting employee number, for example, employee name, employee salary, like this. Okay, If it is a laptop size is increasing, sir, compared to mobile. Compared to mobile. Okay. Then here, wait, sorry. This is our mobile. Simply, this is my employee number, the employee name, the employee salary, like this I'm developing. Okay. And next, this is my laptop. Okay. So here employee number, the employee name, the employee salary, like this coming. If it is a desktop, large size is there. Okay. All input fields fit in single line, like that. Okay. So same application you are developing, but in mobile like this displaying, in laptop like this displaying, in desktop like this displaying, designing. Okay. So one application irrespective of devices automatically changing, styling is changing. Okay. So that is we are calling dynamic response. In olden days, for mobile separately you are developing, for laptop separately you are developing, for desktop separately you are developing. Okay. So then the cost of the project increasing, duration of the project increasing, like lot of buttons are there. Okay. So next up, and Bootstrap is also is providing some advanced CSS. Bootstrap also providing some advanced CSS. For this CSS, advanced concepts are providing by Bootstrap also. Okay. Next, JavaScript. Using JavaScript, dynamic response we are going to display. Using HTML static response, using JavaScript dynamic response we are. Okay. So people to people and time to time our output can be changing. That is a dynamic response we are calling. Okay. So for example, present time I want to display present time 7:38 minutes. Okay. Okay. 7 hours 38 minutes. Then tomorrow if I am executing my program, then tomorrow time you are getting. Sometimes today 7th month 3rd date. Okay. So tomorrow 7th month 4th date. Like this single program you are developing. Today when you are executing, different output you are getting. Tomorrow when you are executing, different output you are getting. Okay. So time to time output is changing. That is we are calling dynamic response. So that is using JavaScript we can develop. Okay. Next jQuery. jQuery. By using jQuery, we are writing the less lines of code and providing the dynamic response only. So jQuery is advanced concepts of advanced technology of the JavaScript. Okay. So simply extension of JavaScript we can call jQuery. Okay. Na? So next DOM, document object model. By using this DOM, so we are going to get a lot of ready-made methods, ready-made classes. Okay. So by using these all ready-made classes and methods, so with less time, entire our documentation easily we can handle. Okay. So for example, one element I am selecting, for that element, top side elements, bottom side elements, like this everything we can be selecting. Okay. So for example, you can take. So this is one part, this is another part, this is another part, again another part, again another part, like this designing. This is our application designing. If I'm selecting like this one, okay. So for this parent, this element parent is this one, okay. So this parent I want to provide different styles, and this element child is this one. This is I want to provide different styles, okay. This element related all parents above side elements. I want to provide above side designing. I want to provide different styles. Below side designing. I want to provide different styles. Okay, na? So like that, one element you can select, and above element, all above elements of that element or below elements of that element or siblings. Like siblings means you know, like our brothers and sisters. All. Okay. So usually we can select one element and around that element, so remaining all presentation part, we can do different activities by using this DOM related methods and classes. Okay. So these things we discussed in the last session. Again, I give an overview more clearly. Okay. So we'll discuss the another section. Okay. So here see total these 6 topics you are going to get, sir. Okay, regularly you are going to get this one: HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, JavaScript, jQuery, DOM. Okay. So first we are going to start about the HTML related. We are going to start about the HTML related. Okay. After that CSS we are starting. So at the time of starting CSS, HTML plus CSS together, both together we are developing, and then we are going to start the Bootstrap. That time there is a 3 together we are going to do. Okay. After that JavaScript. That time all together we are going to do. Okay. Like this. So starting onwards up to ending this HTML. After that CSS. After that Bootstrap. After that JavaScript. Like this. Everything you are going to be get it. Everything you are going to be get it like this. Okay. So at the end of the time, full-fledged applications you are getting by combining up all the technology presentation. Understand this one? Yeah. Now, so about HTML, about the HTML, we need to discuss. Okay. So before discussing about the HTML, so we will discuss some points. Okay. So sometimes in interview, so what is the relation? I mean, what is the difference between HTML versus XML? Asking. Okay. HTML and XML differences, and what is a markup language? Okay, what are the markup languages? Like some definitions you are getting. Okay, so here I'll show you all the definitions. See here this things. Okay, so what is the difference between HTML and XML? Okay, why HTML and XML are called markup languages? Okay, what is the use of HTML and XML? What is the use of HTML and XML? Okay, so these are important, sir. We will discuss now. Once completing these things, then we will start the our HTML related more clearly about HTML. So all syntax rules and regulations we will discuss. Understand, Swan? Okay. So what is the difference between HTML and XML means? So one by one you can discuss. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. XML stands for Extensible Markup Language. So here I'm maintaining, sir, for your reading purpose, everything no problem. Okay. So HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. XML stands for Extensive Markup Language, or else extensible markup language. You can take no problem. Okay. So XML stands for extensible markup language. Stands for okay. So simply you can take it. Next, HTML is containing only predefined tags. HTML is containing only predefined tags. XML containing user-defined tags. Okay? HTML is containing only predefined tags. This is one difference. And XML is containing only user-defined tags. Okay? So predefined tags means here H1 tag. Okay, so tag means like this you are writing, sir, less than symbol, greater than symbol, any one name you are writing here. For example, H1 I'm writing. Okay, so in between less than symbol, greater than symbol, if you are writing something, that is we are calling tag. That is we are calling tag. Tags also called as the markup. Tags also called as the markup. Markup or tag, nothing but like this, less than symbol, greater than symbol, in between some content is there. Okay, na? Okay. So HTML containing only predefined tags. Predefined means this H1 tag, paragraph tag, P tag, body tag, these all are already designed by HTML people. Okay, we are not writing our own names. So here H1 is having some meaning. This P is having some meaning. Later I will tell all these things. And body is having some meaning. Okay. According to that internal behavior, you are going to get the output. Okay. And XML containing only user defined tags. User defined. User means yourself. Okay. So user defined. You are going to define your own names, not the predefined names. For example, EMP. Okay. Employee number. User. Okay. Next, if you want to take like salary. Okay. So these all are your own defined names. That's why user defined tags we are calling. Understand this difference? HTML is having a predefined tags. XML is having user defined tags. Okay. So next point is here HTML is having predefined tags. These all tags are not case sensitive. These all tags are not case sensitive. HTML tags are not case sensitive. XML tags are case sensitive. Okay, na? So case sensitive means small a, not equal to capital A. Okay, na? So see here. Okay, na? HTML is not case sensitive. So this is the main point. Not case sensitive means H1 tag you are writing, sir. H1 tag. Okay. So this is technically we are calling open tag. This is technically we are calling open tag. Now this is what we are calling open tag. Okay. So this is we are calling close tag. Open, close. Okay. So open tag or start tag we are calling this one, and close tag or end tag we are calling this one. Okay. So here this is a small h1 you taken, and here capital H1 you are taking. End tag always we are taking a forward slash. Okay. So slash you are taking end slash. End tag. Okay. So here small h1 I taken, here capital H1 I taken, no problem. And here small HTML I taken, here capital H I taken, and TML you are writing. Not only this one, if you want capital also you can write everything capital also you can write. Understand, man? So you are open this one, you are closing this one. Every open tag should be required close tag. Later about the HTML rules regulations I'll tell. Just assumption here. Okay. So like this you are open, like this you are closing. Okay. So here small letters you are writing, here capital letters you are writing, no problem. Why means HTML is not case sensitive. Okay. So not case sensitive means small a double equal to capital A. That is true, sir. Small a, this is a small a double equal to capital A. Both are same. Both are same. Okay. XML is case sensitive. XML is case sensitive. Case sensitive means small a, okay, small a not equal to capital A. Small a not equal to capital A. This is both are different. Understand? So for example, I'm taking one example EMP. So here some code I'm writing, sir. Some code I'm writing. Okay, na? Some code I'm writing. Blah 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 blah. So next I need to close the tag. So I need to close should be like EMP only. Should be like EMP only. If I'm closing like this, this is my EMP. Blah blah blah. And then like this, if I'm taking like this capital letters or anything, okay, then both are different. Small EMP is different, capital EMP is different. Then you are getting some problems. Okay. You can see here with examples also I created some. So here EMP that is the true, and EMP capital EMP that is the fail. Okay. Okay. So next one more point is what is that one more point? So using HTML what you can do, using XML what you can do. Okay, this is the point, sir. So using HTML, by using HTML we can display the content of our website. Okay, we can display the content of our website. So for example, this is our website, so here something you want to display, here something you want to display, here again something you want to display, like this different designing you are writing. Okay, so whatever you want to display on your site, that is by using the HTML. Okay, by using what you are displaying means HTML you are displaying. Okay, so wait guys. So by using this HTML, we can display the content of our website. Okay. So by using XML, what we can do? By using XML, what we can do means, so this is one application. Okay. Application 1. Okay. So now here I have another application, app 2. Okay. So using XML, we can sharing the data from one application to another application, sharing or transferring or exchanging the data between the application to application. Like this, you are sending the data and you are getting the response. This is what by using the XML. Understand, Salishan? So using HTML, we can display our application related content on the screen, our website. Our application related content on our website, we can display simply using HTML, displaying the data. Simply, sir. Okay. Using XML, sharing the data. One word definition. Okay. Between one application to another application. Are you getting this one? Okay. So these points, remember, sir, lot of times in interviews asking. Are you getting this one? So come on, tell me total. What are the 4 differences means? Okay, here also I'm maintaining that all things are using HTML is used for displaying the content of our website. XML used for sharing or transferring the data from one application to another application. Okay, so total differences. Yeah? Come on, guys. First difference is what? First difference HTML. Can I? Simple shortcuts I'm writing. So displaying the data on site, on our website. Displaying the data on our website. So using XML, what you can do? Using XML, what we can do means sharing the data. Okay, so sharing the data from one app to another app. Okay, so one application to another application. This is one point. Understanding? Okay, next second difference is what? HTML containing predefined. Okay, na? Okay, HTML containing predefined tags. Okay, so tag means like this, H1, like this, P. Okay, so like so many things. These all are having predefined meaning. Okay, so next XML having what, sir? User defined. Okay, na? User defined tags. Okay, so for example, EMP is a user defined name, your own name, and student. Okay, like this, all your user defined names you can write. Understand this point? Okay, next another point, what? Third point, HTML is case sensitive or not case sensitive. Okay, so HTML is not case sensitive. HTML is not case sensitive. Not case sensitive means H1. Okay. So blah 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 and capital H1. Capital H1. Both are same. So you are open the tag, you are closing the tag. Okay, na? So in middle content you are writing what you want to display. For example, hello, I want to display. Okay, so this is true. Understand this one? Okay, next XML. XML is what? XML is case case sensitive. XML is case sensitive means EMP you are writing. Okay, na? So you should be close EMP only. Understand, span? So that is true, sir. If you are taking a different example, okay, na? For example, I'm taking one more like a student. I'm taking, okay, na? So then you should, if you are closing like a student, capital S, I'm taking. Observe. So this is a fail. This is a wrong. Okay. Okay. Next, fourth point is what? Fourth point. Hmm? So this is the displaying and free different tags, case sensitive, and then abbreviations. Okay. So HTML. HTML stands for hypertext markup. Hypertext markup language. Hypertext markup language. And XML stands for, come on, extensible markup language. Extensible markup language. Okay, this one. So there is a differences. Remember, sir, in interviews also asking the people. Okay. Okay. Next, why HTML and XML are called as markup languages? Why HTML and XML are called as markup languages? Understand this one? Okay. So why calling these both are markup languages? Any idea? Can I? Okay. So here tag means what? Tag means like this. You are writing less than symbol, greater than symbol. In middle you are writing something. That is we are calling tag. Okay. So if you are writing like this, this is we are calling open tag. End tag means how we are writing. End, right. End tag means here some content you are writing, and then with slash backslash again that tag you are writing. Okay, so this is a tag section. Later I'll tell clearly. So open tag, this is we are calling open tag. Open tag, this is we are calling what? Close tag. Okay, so in between tag, in between open tag and close tag, if you are writing something, that is we are calling content. Okay, so about the HTML, when you are discussing, you will understand these all points, no problem. Are you getting this one? Okay, so now why HTML and XML are called as the markup languages? That is our question. Okay, so this HTML and XML both are, this is HTML, this is XML. So both HTML and XML are following the tag based syntax. Okay, inside HTML free different tags, inside XML user different tags you are using. Okay, so HTML and XML both are using the tag based syntax. Tags also called as markup. Tags also called as markup. That's why HTML and XML we are calling the markup languages. Understand, one? So in interview, if anybody is asking why HTML and XML are called as markup languages means, so the languages which are following, the only tag based syntax, then we are calling markup languages. HTML and XML both are following the tag based syntax. That's why you are calling markup languages. Understand, son? Okay, that points also you are going to get here maintaining. Why HTML and XML are called markup. Understand, son? So the languages which are following the only tag-based syntaxes, then we can call those languages are markup languages. Okay, both HTML and XML are following the tag-based syntaxes. So here tag means nothing but markup. That's why we are calling markup languages. Are you getting this one? So some people learning about the HTML and XML a lot of things. In interview, if anybody is asking why HTML is called as markup language, means a lot of people unable to give the answers. Are you getting this one? Okay. So next, what is the use of HTML and XML? Okay. So are you understanding what is the use of HTML and what is the use of XML? Already previously differences we discussed, sir. Okay. So using HTML, we can display our application related content. Our website related content we can display by using the HTML. And using XML, we can sharing or transferring the data between the one application to another application. That is the use of HTML and XML. Are you getting this one? So this is a development, presentation side development. Our application related data we are displaying, and this is server side, sharing the data from one place to another place. Okay. So front end side and the server side we are using. This is the use. Are you getting this one? Okay. These three questions. Lot of times asking, so you need to have the clarity. So later I'll make it, this is also solution, and I'll forward to you. So these all things to your mail, our video session and this text files, and what programs we are going to practice coming sessions. These all things you are going to get regularly your mails, sir, to your mails. Okay. Okay. So later tomorrow session we will discuss about the HTML. Okay. So inside HTML how we are writing coding and where we are developing, how we are executing, and HTML files how we are saving extension. Okay. Our file name dot what extension we are using, like these all things. So slowly we will discuss all the things clearly. Understand, sir? So okay, now I'll stop this session, and you can ask the doubts or whatever you want. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. You have any queries, guys? Guys, anybody having doubts? All things I'll say to your mails. Can I? So the people who are joining lately, no problem. When you are reading this one, everything you are getting. And tomorrow session also, what we discussing now, somewhat overview I'll give you. So no problem. Okay. So and tomorrow session onwards about the HTML actual content we are going to start. Okay. So 7 to 8 hour session. So slowly we'll increasing our timing up to 8:30. Correct? So that is all depending on your time availability. So any doubt? No doubt, sir? Guys, ask if you have any doubt regarding this session. All people, are you getting my voice clearly? Or any disturbance coming? Okay. So no one is asking a doubts. Can I close session? 3 people are there, but no one is asking. At least give a response. Guys, no response from your side. Okay, now I'm going to close session then. Kana? Okay, now I'm closing, sir. No one is asking any doubts. Okay, so tomorrow we'll meet. So maximum up to 7:30. You can, I mean, before 7:30 you can join, sir. 7 to 7:30. 7:10 minutes. 7 to 7:10 minutes you can join, and up to 8:10 minutes we will discuss. Thank you.